And as we're going through this investigation, this inquiry, from time to time your attention's going to drift to some ideas, some thoughts, some sounds in your environment, and it's fine. Or to something going on inside your body. You just bring your attention back to whatever I'm saying when you realize you've drifted. It's no big deal. So just checking out the empty space around you, around your body. And just seeing if we can find you in that space, just searching the empty space. There's a spaciousness around you, around your body. And can you find a separate being called you in that? Just looking in the empty space, the spaciousness. We can find our body. Our body's there in the space. And we can find some thoughts maybe coming and going in that space. There may be emotions arising or not. Different states coming and going in the body. Maybe sensations, feelings going on. But can you find in that spaciousness a separate you? Something that is inhabiting the body, as someone inhabiting your body. Can you find that in this empty space? When we really slow down and come to look for it. Seems to be there. I seem to be a someone. When I really stop and look, can I find that in this spaciousness around my body? And even if we come to discover that we can't actually find this someone, it still may seem to be there. You have a body, you have sense perception, you have thoughts going on, emotions. All of this gives the sense of being someone. And there's nothing wrong with that. We just need to be clear that there isn't actually a separate edge to you. When we search this spaciousness, can we find an edge to you? Can you find an edge? And if we can't find a separate you, when we really look, an energetic boundary where you stop and the next person starts, what does that mean for you then? Are you really separate to anything if you can't find an edge? Your body seems to have an edge. Your thoughts seem to have a coming and goingness and a separateness. But what about this you? Where are you in the spaciousness? Can you find a you in the spaciousness? As we come to look like this, we may be surprised to find that all we actually find is this spaciousness, something that is not a thing, isn't graspable, isn't perceivable with our senses or our mind, but it's very much here, very much stable. Maybe it's so stable that we've never really given it the attention that it deserves, because it's always here. It's not changing, it's not shouting for attention. It kind of gets overlooked. So just checking with me one more time, not fighting with the sense of there's a someone. There seems to be someone. Just like for me now, there seems to be someone here. But it's been seen that it's not actually, there aren't really any edges to my being. Can there be an edge in this spaciousness, can there be an edge to your spaciousness around your body? And if there isn't an edge, how far do you reach then? In all directions from your body. And isn't your body present exactly in this space? Can they really be different? If you don't have any edges, your body must be right where this spaciousness is. And so to your thoughts, and so to your emotions. Let's look at this spaciousness. We've looked, does it have any edges? Is it coming and going? Is it appearing and disappearing, like the objects in the spaciousness? Thoughts appear and disappear. Bodies appear, last for a while, and then disappear. Does this spaciousness, this pure intelligence, does it appear and disappear, or is it not the same? Can it come and go? Can it be absent? Appearing and disappearing as only happening to forms. Coming and going is only happening to forms. How long has this spaciousness been here? Can it start and will it come to an end? Because really, if we can't find a separate being in this spaciousness, then we must be this spaciousness. Is it coming and going? Does it start? What does it mean to start? It means to suddenly exist where it didn't before. And an end, what does an end mean? It means to stop existing where you did before. Does that apply to this spaciousness that you are? Can it suddenly start? Wouldn't that involve some change into some form? And what can bring an end to this spaciousness that is you? Would it be affected by any of the objects being removed? Would it even notice any of the objects being removed? Just checking this spaciousness out, and it's fine if you can't really answer any one of these investigative points. You can just simply come back over and over to it, and it will reveal itself. So we've looked at how far you reach as this spaciousness. Where do you end? Can you have an edge to something that has no form, no shape? How big are you then? Everywhere that there is an object, this space must be here first for the object to appear in. Everything is appearing in this spaciousness, even the universe itself. Is this spaciousness changing? Is it able to be different than it is right now? If we could have done this 1,000 years ago in a different body, would it have been any different at all, this spaciousness? And if we could somehow do this 1,000,000 years from now, would it be any different than it is? Can it be absent from anywhere at all, this spaciousness? What could we do to it, if anything, to make it go away? Is there anything that we could do to damage it, to hurt it? Only if it is a thing can it be damaged. Only forms can be damaged. Its formless spaciousness is immune to all kinds of harm or change. Everything is constantly changing in it, but it is unaffected. Does it even need a human body? This spaciousness, does it need a form to survive? Is it dependent upon our body? When we really look, does it need anything? Well, we can search. Can our body be here without the space for it to appear in? Can the space be here, the spaciousness, without any body there, which must be here first? So we're not discounting our body, our mind, our emotions, our life as a human being. We're just being clear what we are first and fundamentally, with this human existence experience as an optional extra on top, the icing on the cake. And maybe this spaciousness can use the presence of your body-mind to recognize itself through contrast, through the moving, the changing, the becomingness of the body, the mind, and the manifestation. It can recognize you can recognize your unchanging self. Can this spaciousness suffer? Can it feel bad? Can it be ill? Can it grow old? Does it even know time? Is there any time in this spaciousness? Or is it that when a body appears, a human body, a sense of time begins? Time is born with the body, and time disappears with the body too. Has there ever been a time that this spaciousness was not here? Could it be absent? Attention is on it now. Spaciousness is looking at itself now. And when it goes back to looking at thoughts later, or emotions or experiences, will the spaciousness be gone? Is it an experience? Can spaciousness disappear when attention is not looking at it? Does it need attention to look at it to exist? Or has it always been right here, unnoticed, unrecognized amidst the changing, moving becomingness of form and manifestation? Can this spacious nothingness that you are, can it suffer? Does it have karmic patterns? Is it affected by thoughts? Thoughts, beliefs float through this empty spaciousness. They begin, they float through, and then they end. Is the spaciousness affected? Does it even need an empty mind? Spaciousness. Does it care? Does it need anything at all? Or want anything? Does it have a to-do list? Is it trying to wake up? Again, just checking out that spaciousness. Coming back to this present moment if your attention has drifted. Really checking this out. It's enough to just investigate this. Answers will come, maybe not immediately, but answers will come just by looking and wanting to see. Can this spaciousness be unsafe? Can anything threaten it? When we feel fear, are we really threatened if this spaciousness is what we are? Can anything impact us? Things can only happen to the form, to our body. Can this spaciousness be affected? Were you ever then unsafe? Were you ever in danger? Or was it this idea, I am this body only, that leads to fear? What can hurt you now? If you don't need or want anything, if you're always here and depend upon nothing for your survival, if your survival is not even in question, as this spaciousness. And if your body is arising out of, made out of this spaciousness, and so is your mind and your desires, and all of your humanity is an expression of this spaciousness. What can be denied to you? Can you experience any lack or limitation as this? this that is always and everywhere, and also appearing as you, human being, made out of, shaped out of this spaciousness. Can you be denied anything that your body wants or needs? Do you even need awakening here as this? Or is it more of a recognition, a seeing, and then a being, looking at these beliefs, seeing if they're true now as this spaciousness? Can you be not good enough now? Can you be less than you should be as this spaciousness? Is there anything other than perfection for you? Perfection appearing as spaciousness and then appearing each moment as your body and mind. Can you really still be not good enough? And compared to what? Some thought idea in our mind. Right here, right now, as this spaciousness and your body and mind appearing inside it. Is there anything wrong at all with you? Is there anything wrong at all with anything? Are you just making these shapes? Different forms, different species, all arising out of you, coming and going, always changing, made out of this pure sentience, this pure love that is you. So it can be as simple as checking out what you really are, seeing if you can find someone in that, not fighting against. There seems to be someone, there always will seem to be a separate being. That's not a mistake. It's a unique expression. You are this ocean of spaciousness, and you're also appearing as this wave, this individual expression. We can celebrate both of these. They're not in conflict, they're in beautiful harmony. This ocean sculpting itself into this wave to experience itself. So just checking out these points, checking them over and over again till it's known with the same clarity as this body-mind here. That's the only process really. And then when our life suggests you're not good enough, when your life suggests you're not safe, when life suggests you can't have what you want, deciding where you're going to stand then. Is this true for me now? Am I going to agree with it now? And allowing this to be confirmed again and again and again. As you go through this again and again, it should become the greatest joy. At first we start with This feeling of, why do I have to keep confirming this? Why isn't it sticking? And then we begin to experience great joy at noticing ourselves again and again, and you don't want to stop.